Hey, how's everyone today? Today we're working on this Husqvarna 371 XP. They said they used it and then now it won't run. Did everything. Checked the ignition, checked the plug, everything's working there. The last thing I did was I checked the compression and found out that it was really low on compression. So the next thing I did was I took the muffler off, that's all that over there, off the top cover, and then I looked in the cylinder, and I don't know if you can see it like this. Let me tilt it up like that, possibly. Let me get a light on it. Wait a second. So if I get a light on it, I don't know if you can see with the light in there. Okay, I don't know if that's good, but from here you can tell that the piston is badly scorned. Okay, so I gave the guy some options, and what he did was he ordered a piston kit from H&L, a company called H&L out of Florida. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to install that today. All right, so let's get started. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the air filter off, because since I removed the carburetor side, I got to remove the air side here. Okay, I blew it off a little bit. I'm going to still clean it up a little bit more, but hopefully once I get this part of the bar out of the way, I should be able to get this out without having to remove the whole thing. But if I have to, I should be able to do it without too much trouble. But first, we gotta get the throttle out of the way and some of the other things out of the way here. So let's see what it takes to get this thing apart. Okay, let's start with the fuel lines. Let's disconnect the fuel. Okay, I'm going to try to keep as much together. There's a band that holds the carburetor inlet to the cylinder. I've released the 4 bolts that hold the cylinder in place through here. It was just an Allen head. So now I've released the screwdriver through here, and so without having to remove all this, I'm going to try to just change the cylinder out and leave everything else intact. But I got to release this now. So it should, if I'm lucky, sometimes not, but if I'm lucky, I should be able to break the rubber free from that piece right there and release it. There we go. Okay. Free. Okay. Got all that crap right there. And most everything else is clean. Gotta do a little bit more cleaning right there, because I don't want anything to fall into the valley there. So let's clean up a little bit. To get the piston off, you can tell that. Oh yeah, let's take a closer look here, okay? Let me bring it down. Alright, here's the piston. I don't know if you can see it well, but here's the piston. And you can see how badly scorned that piston is, to the point where the ring is free on the intake side, but the exhaust sides, the ring is seized, totally seized, okay? Let's look at inside the cylinder on that side, and you can see that there are some lines there, so yep. So with this, all we're gonna do is, there's a little circlip here. We're gonna grab it with the pliers, okay, the needle nose, and then we're gonna rotate it. Let me get a bigger one. Okay. So I took the needle nose and I grabbed the ring just like that, and I pulled it, and it came right out of that side. And right now I'm going to try to get the wrist pin out by sliding it out this way. It should come out. Let's do the other side then. the other one. Alright, and then let's try to push the wrist pin through that way then. I don't know how well it's going to go through though. We're going to try. Let's get it cut through one of these two sides to come out. Huh? There it is. One more bang. Let's hope it comes out. There we go. One more bang. And there it is. Okay. And what else you want to take out is that little bearing on the connecting rod. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up all the mating surfaces here. Okay. And then we're going to get it as clean as we can. And then let's get it back together. Alright, put a new gasket down, and then I'm going to oil up the new bearing just with a little bit of oil here, and we're going to slip it inside the connecting rod. And then I have the piston here. We're going to set it in just like that with the arrow pointing out. I have the new wrist pin. We're going to oil that just a hair too, and hopefully I can find it and center this up with the rod. And there we go. Okay, now we gotta get the rings in each side here. So I'm gonna push that in just a little bit. Well, that should good. Alright, so now we got to get the snap rings into the grooves on either side. There we go. There's the groove right there. Okay. Let's just double check we can see the groove on this side as well. And we'll pretty much put it in the same way. We'll hook it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a rag on the bottom just in case I drop it. Because you never know, right? Just going to wrap it around here until we get that. And get the snap rings in. Okay. So that should hold it until I get that snap ring in, just in case it falls. Alright, so we gotta get it started and then push it in all the way like so, and that looks like it's in. I heard it snap. That's good. We'll do the other side and we'll come back. Okay, let me put the other side in and we'll come right back. Alright, so now I'm going to remove the anti-vibration. This is a 4mm hex and it comes straight off. I've already removed the cylinder pressure with a 13mm deep socket. And there we go. So we can move that over to the new cylinder, okay? Let's see that. And then just I'm going to put it into the new cylinder. And we'll tighten that down without going nuts. And then same with the cylinder pressure, we're going to transfer that over. And then it too will put a 13mm deep socket on it. Make sure that we get it all the way threaded in before we, and that should be good, okay? So let's get the other stuff together and put it on the cylinder, okay? On the piston end and everything. Alright, I got it both in there. I got the ring lined up on the back side, and then we're going to try to get this, we're going to get the cylinder on without messing it up and get it all squished in there as best we can. There we go. And then we're going to get that on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have to connect the intake and tighten that up before we actually get it down. Remember, just like I did before, so that shouldn't be too much of a struggle. Just get it over. and then we'll go to the tightening. Okay, give me a second. All right, I'm tightening everything down in a crisscross. First, we're just gonna get everything just light until all the bolts are bottomed out, and it's not taking very much just to get it down there. And then once I do that, I'm gonna get it and go crisscross. Okay, let's get everything else back together, okay? All right, be back in a second. It came with a new spark plug. I put that on there, put the air filter on, so now we're just gonna put everything back on and try to reassemble it. First, we have the main cover. I'm gonna clean that off just a little bit because it is looking nasty. Okay, and that just goes on right here between the housing. Oh, geez, where's that? There we go, right there, like so. Alright, like that, and it's down, almost down. There we go. And that's just held in by some Phillips or standard. Okay. This cap can go back on like so. Snap in place. We just got that bar to put back on, and then we are good as good, as they say, okay? So let's see, we'll put that on like so. Like that. And we are good, as they say. I'm going to put it on this side, and then the next thing to do is everything's back together. We'll fire it up and see where it goes, okay? Okay, we're going to try to start the chainsaw. We'll choke off. And let's see what we got. Okay, choke in. Alright, as you can see, it works fine. Since it's a new cylinder and piston, don't over rev it, let it warm up, break it in, and then it should be all good. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a great day.